The Turning Tide. The winds of change are in full bloom in the United States. Deconstruction, demoralization run rampant throughout the corrupted establishment. Twisting and distorting fact from fiction, the propaganda machine runs at full steam, canceling all who oppose the distorted narrative. Our fundamental belief structure in this nation is being stolen from us amongst so many other freedoms. Attacks on individual thought and belief structure have left a large segment of the population feeling attacked and victimized. Throughout the course of human history, there has been opposition. What we are experiencing within the U.S. is the consolidation of power away from the American people to central governmental controls. By restriction of individual freedoms and loss of personal belief, the establishment is able to freely remove certain and eventually all liberties without much fanfare or blowback. This methodical method of deconstruction has been in play for many years. The current president acted as a temporary dam to the coming flood, and at the same time promoted a resurgence of the American spirit of patriotism. The spirit of patriotism and deeply held love of country is what the maniacal establishment consolidation fears most. It is not President Trump, it is us, the American people. We have always stood in the breezeway from imperial takeover and freedom within this nation. Design. The leftist design is one of complete submitting from all to the militant state. Suppression of belief, thought, virtues, and morality at the individual level is being thrust upon all levels of the population. From media to regulatory to historic precedents, what we have grown up to believe in and has been pushed down throughout our known history is being removed, suppressed, and replaced. The furthering of an agenda designed to destroy the middle class and fabric of societal norms is nothing less than a prelude to war. War on ideas, society, and our entire republic hiding behind the mask of political norms and forced public dissent. The end state, as impressive to understand as the intent is for the complete consolidation of wealth and power to a centralized structure at the global level, with a small number of elites reigning over the entire segment of humanity for their own means. Application. Focal point of control mechanism is media, information, the exchange of ideas. The concept behind this is as old as warfare itself. If you can control public opinion, you can control purpose, direction, and motivation. This is in full-fledged implementation within the United States on all levels of the societal structure, political, economic, and spiritual. What this does on the fundamental level is change the atmosphere and belief structure within the country. How can this happen to an aware population that is easily answered by observation? Segments of the population are resisting this impeding restructuring, by the oversounding resolve is that most Americans are nearsighted when it comes to large-scale effects. They are essentially asleep. This makes control relatively easy. I know the counterside to this argument that people are smart. Wouldn't they be able to see it if this was going on? A person is smart. People are illogical, panicky, and will always follow strength and direction when confronted by stress or uncertainty. Action. One of the most troubling aspects of this period of time is the rise of insurgent anti-American forces that seek to impose their will on the population. They do this by kinetic action, harassment, and destructive means. We have seen throughout this summer and continuing in our destruction of our cities, attacks on our people, murder, arson, and horrible crimes against humanity. These actions have only fueled the divide and anger that is growing within the population. Let's be clear. We have been attacked by the left for a considerable amount of time on every level, from tyrannical restrictions to control of all central sources of information. Resolve. As disheartening the events of late have been, we must not lose sight of what is most important. Hold fast to your beliefs. Remain steadfast in your convictions. Never, ever give up. We, you and I, have the power to confront our enemies head on and see through their lies and malcontent towards Americans. Your voice is a reflection of you, and it has the right to be heard. As we approach troubled waters on the coming tide, hold fast. Charge forward. No surrender. We must defend our nation with the honor and fortitude of our brave founders. Let us come together in joint resolution to abolish the establishment, the corrupt political class that seeks to divide and destroy the nation. Even when our brave president leaves office, we are the only ones standing in the way, defiant against the destruction of our way of life. We must never be distracted, distressed, or discouraged. Our fight is righteous and patriotic. This is our country, and it is not for sale.